Hello there, you're on the Heart of Reddit channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Get your popcorn ready and enjoy. Brand new pound 2 of my job publicly cusses me out. I am an 11-year veteran certified nursing assistant in nursing home settings. Due to child care issues I could only work 4 days a week, but because CNAs are in short supply I would go into work 2 hours early and help the day shift. They had just hired a brand new head nurse, pound 2 of the building directly under the administrator, a 400-pound Garth Brooks looking dude. One day I had just clocked in and was just getting started, when the head nurse called me over down the hall. As I'm walking toward him, he begins yelling at me without holding back, literally sounding like he's trying to square up for a fight. Completely surprising and unprofessional to me. He was yelling at me, in front of opened resident rooms, about how I've been putting my belongings in this back storage room. He then threw my belongings at me, in his fit of unbridled rage of a minor inconvenience. At best he threatened me with, "This bullshit will never happen again." I stared at him for a second and I calmly responded, "You're absolutely right. This will never happen again." As he walked away I walked straight back to the time clock, and punched out for the last time. I shook the administrator's hand for past assistance he had given me, and called a nursing home 3 blocks away who hired me on the spot. I had never walked out of a job before that day, and only did it as my actual shift didn't start for 2 more hours. Walking out on shift is considered abandonment of residence and a CNA can be barred from caregiving. But as my shift hadn't started I was technically a no-call no-show. Peas. The head nurse was fired shortly after over similar situations as my story. Guy convinces insurance not to cover a procedure. This happened several years ago. I was working as a customer service rep for a health insurance company at the time. A guy called in about an elective weight loss surgery he had already gotten. Looking through his call history I could see that he called in before having the surgery, was told since it was elective it wasn't going to be covered, but he had lucked out. The way the hospital had filed his claim, insurance had paid for $12,000 out of the $15,000 or so surgery. He wanted us to cover the last $3,000 and thought since we had paid the $12,000, that meant that the $3,000 should be paid as well. I tried to explain to him how lucky he had gotten, that it wasn't something we normally covered at all, etc., at which point he exploded at me. "Listen here, you little fucker. Send my claim back to be reviewed right now, or I'll call the CEO of your company and have them fire your ass for refusing to help a customer." I immediately said, "Yes sir, I'll send your claim back to be reviewed right away." Forwarded his claim back to the review department with an explanation of what the surgery was for. He called back a few weeks later yelling about how we had reversed payment on the $12,000, but I just had my manager handle the call since I didn't want to deal with him. The day pay per call backfired. This was 3 years ago. I worked for a phone insurance company as a customer representative working from home. Job wasn't hard, paid training and $3K sign-up bonus for work from home employees. The job stated it was 16H and then we all got bumped to 17 once training started. In the middle of training our supervisors told us that they were implementing a new pay policy that involved tying into more of a sales role. We now had the choice to be paid per call or hourly. Since they highlighted the choice it made it seem like we'd have the option to stay hourly. Nope. Had to try the new pay for 6 months before you were allowed to submit a request to go back to hourly. The pay is aligned like this: $1 per call, $20 is added if a sale is made on the call, $2 if the customer was happy with the service. This was to drive sales, and put in your head that without sales you aren't eating. Malicious compliance. In the beginning of the new year 2021, our system got hacked and we were down for a day. Usually I got 30-50 calls per day with 3 for sales. When the system went down we were given an outage script and told to hang up immediately after. I'm a very fast talker when needed and immediately saw the chance to make my biggest paycheck. In the span of a 3-day outrage I had taken over 900 calls, and my next check was the last installment of the bonus. I told my supervisor that we will get paid the $3 per call still and they said yes. Ended up getting a check of over $3K just for the calls from those 3 days plus $1K for being the last installment of the bonus, plus my sales for the 2 weeks.